Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. The monkey stars Theo James. When twin brothers find a mysterious wind-up monkey, a series of outrageous deaths tear their family apart. 25 years later, the monkey begins a new killing spree, forcing the estranged siblings to confront the cursed toy. So this is directed by Oz Perkins, who did Longlegs, which I enjoyed. Didn't love, but I enjoyed that movie. I enjoyed seeing Nicolas Cage back once again and playing a very different role that he never really usually plays, and I thought that was a lot of fun. I was kind of looking forward to going and watching this movie, and everything leading up to this movie had good ambience. Like the marketing for this movie was really good. Like the posters and all of it was all suspenseful and creepy, making this toy monkey to be very scary. They did a very good job at that, and you do get to see that pay off very well in this movie. The movie takes its time to set up this toy doll and these twin brothers, and the reason why that these two are kind of at different odds. One brother's just kind of a fucking asshole. One's just a little bit shy because his brother's an asshole. But the movie really dives into these kids at a very young age within the background of this movie being almost like a Final Destination in a way, or like the Monkey's Paw, of course, toy monkey, Monkey's Paw, Final Destination. All of that kind of combined very well into one another. And whenever the monkey is going off killing people, it's not like straight up going around killing people. It's more magical, mysterious, that type of way. When stuff like that is happening, when people are just dropping dead on the face of the earth, it's very entertaining and very fun. The gore aspect in the film is really good. A really good kill that I really liked involved a harpoon, which was very fucking gross and disgusting. The movie had fun with itself, but also took itself serious, and it kept itself in range of not going too far until the 40-minute mark. Whenever it jumps to 25 years to Theo James, who I like. He is really good in this movie. Plays basically two twin brothers and with two different personalities, and he plays them off very well, and they do a very good job at that. And Hal, who is played by Theo James, at least when he's older, he has a subplot with his son where he only has a week to spend with the son before he isn't really able to see his son ever again, because there's like this subplot where he kind of distances himself from his son because he doesn't want his past to come back and haunt him on his son. He doesn't want to pass on his burden to his own son, so he's thinking that he's doing the right thing, but really it's kind of doing the opposite of what he thinks is right, which I found very interesting, because now his son is kind of like fine with getting given away. And with that, there kind of is this conflict between him and his son, because his son feels like he's being neglected, and his dad just doesn't really know how to deal with that type of situation. He wants to be there for his son, but he doesn't want to be a burden on him. And I thought they were going to go in somewhere interesting with this direction, but they don't really go anywhere. You actually don't really get any form of resolution between this subplot. The only thing that really gets kind of resolved is the twin brothers stories, but even then it felt hollow. Like everything with the adult versions of these twin brothers is where I kind of lost interest, because it doesn't pay anything off towards the end. Like the ending of this movie is very unsatisfying and so over the top that it doesn't actually match the tone of the movie. Like the movie overall, it has a goofy tone to it. It tries to be very comedic with its kills and all that. Like that's all fine, but it jumps the shark type of over the top, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of now just, we're just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff at this point. And towards the end, I thought there was going to be a form of like darker meaning, because that they had a messed up childhood more than with the monkey. Like they had a mom that didn't really know how to be a good parent, who honestly gave a great performance by Tatina, I forget how to say her name, but she played She-Hulk, and she was like the best part about She-Hulk, even though that show sucked. She was the best part, and she does a very good job at playing this mom character as well in this movie, and she was really good and a shining point of the film. But the movie doesn't really do anything with it, and it just kind of just leaves things a lot of open-ended, and this movie could have been resolved in the first 20 minutes of this movie, because they figured out how to honestly be able to beat this monkey that is supposedly can kill anyone whenever it feels like it, but only does it 3 times throughout the whole entire movie. And the only time that it really kills anyone is when someone winds it up. And it's like, okay, well, if you don't wind the toy, which our main lead finds out pretty fast early on in the movie, even the twin brother, it's like, if you don't do that, then nobody dies. So that's kind of like my issue with the movie, that I was like, okay, is it all just coincidence towards the end? Which I guess would have been a less interesting movie in that way, maybe, but I think it would have been a lot better than what they went for towards the end. Towards the end, I started questioning, okay, why did this whole entire time did this monkey do nothing? And because towards the end of the film, it's basically a guy fighting a monkey to do something for it that this character already knows, that you can't force this monkey to kill who you want to kill. It will kill anyone, whenever and however it feels, even if you wind up the toy. It's not going to listen to you. It's not like you can't give requests to this monkey even when you wind up the toy. So it's like, why are we in this situation in the first place, even when you know that you can't do that? It just feels so convoluted towards the end that it's just like, okay, this doesn't make any sense anymore. I would have preferred going down this other option than just go fucking nuts with it towards the end. And our main lead of the film, Hal, even though I really can, feel for Hal, he doesn't do anything. He actually does jack shit in this whole entire movie. Most of the third act, he's either sitting in a car or he's standing off to the side and he just watches and lets whatever happens happen. So I'm like, okay, so he just doesn't have really any form of involvement. Overall, I really like the first half of the movie. It's really the second half of the movie that it falls apart for me, and they had a lot of interesting, good setup for it that they just did not know how to pay it off. I'm gonna give The Monkey a C+. Had a good time with it. Don't get me wrong. This is a great movie to go out and watch if you have time to go out and watch it. Just the story is a little bit weak, and when you actually see the whole story itself, it doesn't really add much to the overall form of the movie. So it's kind of disappointing in that way, but it is a fun time to go out and watch. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.